99.5 Play FM. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Renzo, and I'm proud and happy to be on the other end of a Zoom call with someone very, very special. Her single, Care, off of the upcoming debut studio album, Fake It Flowers, can be heard on Play FM and my bedroom speakers. If you were the stalker outside my window, I've been playing it on repeat. I'm so sorry to announce that, but please welcome BEABADOOBEE. Yay! What's going on, B? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
All right. Did you wake up like literally 5 minutes ago, or are you always kind of like on that bedroom voice mode?
Um, I literally woke up 5 minutes ago, but I feel like my voice is like this normally. So.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Called you out, and let's move on to, I guess, talking about, have you had breakfast, dude? I don't want you to do an interview on an empty stomach. No breakfast.
Sometimes I don't have breakfast, but I haven't had breakfast yet. So.
How can you be a morning person and not have breakfast?
I just like the mornings. I don't know. I like the mornings, especially because I share a room with my bassist, and we just like wake up early and like talk. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I don't mind the mornings. I do like the evenings more though, I think.
That's true. All right. Well, I mean, I guess it is easier to just exist at any time of the day with someone as close as your bassist with you in the room. I'm sure that's fun. But then I do want to talk about Care. I mean, congratulations. Amazing single. I'm not even lying when I say that I've had it on repeat. It's such a wonderful track because I personally grew up, you mentioned to Genius that you grew up with 90s music and movies, and I was the same. And it's almost like Care was snatched right out of the end credits of a coming of age teen early 2000s movie, and it's fantastic. So it's like listening to Liz Phair or Michelle Branch for the first time again.
Oh my god, they would definitely be inspirations for that song. You got it spot on.
Perfect. Well, you did talk to Genius about how writing it was sad, but the outcome was happy, and it came as from an emotional, I guess, just an overwhelming bundle of emotions. So I did want to ask, is there now an emotional disconnect between, the original inspiration of Care being being a bit of a negative, and now the end result of it being a great song?
Yeah, most definitely. I think every time I write music and turn the original emotion into something else, mostly into something positive, I usually just don't completely get over it, but just it feels as if there's a weight lifted on my chest, and it's it doesn't affect me as much as I thought it did. So it definitely helped me mentally. Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's almost, when they talk about musicians and songwriting, they always talk about how songwriting should be therapeutic in a sense, and it really seems like that's the textbook definition for you when it comes to songwriting.
Oh yeah, I think it helped me a lot to just clear everything out of my mind, just make everything make sense.
Right. And have there been a couple of songs in your past that, you don't have to answer this if this is too personal, but considering that you do write from emotion, are there some certain songs that you still don't revisit for the sake of not rehashing that memory again or that emotion again?
Yeah, definitely. Like Bobby, I can never really play. Oh, no. The last time I played that live was the first ever. That was one of the first songs to ever put out, and right. Bobby was last time I played. Bobby was my first ever headline show. I've never played it since. I can't really play that.
So that must have been difficult. I mean, when you pick your set lists for your tours, you've gone on headliner tours and everything, and you've supported for the 1975. Does that kind of take into account what you choose to play on tour? Okay, I'm not emotionally ready to play this in front of a crowd, so I'm not going to choose it, even though kind of people like it.
Yeah, I'm not, definitely everyone's I hear at least one person scream, "Play Bobby!"
You're like, no!
Play Bobby! Yeah, and there's definitely a few songs in the album that it's just no, I cannot play. So one song specifically on the album that's coming out, I cannot play that.
So when the album does come out, again, folks, it's called Fake It Flowers, debut studio album from BEABADOOBEE. Will we know what that song is, or is it just a guessing game among your fans?
I think people will figure out what song I can't play live, because the lyric, the song that's coming out in like a few weeks
Right.
after Care is pretty sensitive as well. But I think
Okay.
the song that's on the album that's like just a no-go, it's pretty obvious that's like, shit, yeah, she can't play this live because it's just too,
Well,
it's
we'll
too
hear in a
personal.
couple of weeks. So, "Fake It Flowers" is the debut studio album. Congratulations! That must feel. I mean, actually, I did want to know how it feels. I mean, for a lot of people, it is a big deal, and I'm sure it is for you as well. But coming from someone who has recorded a bunch of EPs from her bedroom and have recorded and written so many more just from your home, does it feel any different? Does it feel like it's the next big step, or is it really just another release for you?
Um, no, definitely releasing the album was like a big thing for me. Um, because I think even writing the EPs, as I said, it was like during a specific time in my life.
Mhm.
You know, during a specific phase, when I had blue hair. I
Right.
released Space Cadet when I had relationship troubles, and I released Love Worm.
Hmm.
Um, and I think Fake It Flowers really just goes through my entire life,
Oh,
things that happened to my childhood and how that affects me when I grew up, when I as a young woman today, or like things I experienced on tour. So it's like a capsule of time of my life right now. And then all my other EPs were just at that specific moment. So it
right.
was really different writing for the album, and it was really different recording it because the songs are more personal. And my producer and engineer Joe and Pete really wanted to. I couldn't have trusted anyone else with that piece of music,
Right.
and they were amazing bringing those songs to life. So it was a big deal for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, hearing about the content of it alone, it really is just, I mean, it's your life story in an album,
Yeah.
and that really is why it's important. Now, talking about, I guess, the direction of sound that you're going for with Fake It Flowers, I did want to know, if are we going to hear shreds of the guitar bedroom be like in Patched Up, or are you going more in like that sonically adventurous Space Cadet Love Worm sound for Fake It Flowers?
Like everything. Like there
Everything.
is so there's Care,
Right.
and there's the next one after is like, very My Bloody Valentine inspired,
Right.
really like heavy. And then you're gonna get a song that's just like on an acoustic guitar. It's just me and an acoustic guitar recorded on cassette. There's a variety. I really wanted to make sure there was like different. I feel like the singles I chose for this album really describes every section of the album. So there's
Right.
like
Right.
Hair, like the fun girly like bop, and then the next one's like the dark side. The next one's like the kind of you know reminds me of old BEABADOOBEE, Coffee
Right.
and Lights. And the next one's kind of the pop punky one, which is the fun, like if you want to vibes.
So
But
it's
yeah,
like,
it's
yeah.
just like I really wanted to make sure that there was a song for everyone in the album to listen to.
Right. So this really is going to be the one big debut release, and I'm super excited for it, and we're super stoked. I mean, my Google searches has probably failed me. Is there an official release date yet?
I think I said it was around October
All
for
right.
now, so it's around October.
There you go, folks. October 2020, Fake It Flowers, the debut studio album from BEABADOOBEE. Do you have time to play a little bit of a silly game that I prepared for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Folks, time to play the inaugural Spelling Bee Badoobie. The rules are simple. B, you are the first contestant of this first ever round. The game is simple. Spell Bee Badoobie.
BEABADOOBEE. BEABADOOBEE.
And you've won. That is it, folks. That was the inaugural Spelling Bee Badoobie. Dude, I just thought of that name and I was like, I needed to put it into this, and I have no time to think of an interesting, complicated game. So congratulations. You are the inaugural champion of the
Thank you.
Spelling Bee Badoobie. How does that feel?
Thank you. I feel sick.
So the real game that I prepared is, I guess you described Care as an angry girl anthem, and it's such a perfect way to describe it. It's the best song to just jump on your bed and flip your hair around and get angry to. And you said it was born from a burst of overwhelming feelings. And I'm going to name a couple of other Beabadoobie songs, and you tell me what emotion you were feeling at the time of writing.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So first up, Disappear. Where were you feeling that?
really sad, pretty heartbroken to say the least. Yeah.
But now it's a good thing. That's
Now
another
it's
one
a
that's
good
been right.
Yeah.
Cool. How about She Plays Bass?
Ooh, a bit like cheeky and flirty because it was obviously for my best friend
Right.
Eliana.
And
But
you
yeah,
can
it
hear it in
was
the song as well.
yeah.
All right. How about I Wish I Was Stephen Malkmus?
Oh, I was like angry. I remember writing that one lyric.
You don't say.
Like I was proper angry.
All right. And I'm glad that you can kind of laugh about it now, just thinking back about
Yeah.
all these things. Okay. Finally, I saved the best for last. Soren.
Soren. Oh, yeah. Just in complete love, in loveness. All those cringy feelings.
Exactly. But hey, no better way to express it. There you
Yeah.
go. I mean, that was great. I mean, it's interesting to think back about all these songs that are now kind of fond memories as an artist, but then thinking back to writing them, it's like, I was so pissed off. Like,
Yeah, it's a fun game.
all right. How about this? What emotions are we to expect? I mean, I know there's a whole range of them, but just name a couple. What emotions are we to expect from Fake It Flowers?
I mean, there's another song that's a bit like her, but much more angrier and much more. Yeah, I guess like just the lyrics make you angry because yeah, it's a fun one and it's super
Screamo. You're
not
going into
fast.
Screamo direction. Yeah, that's what's
Oh no,
happening.
there's a screamer one which
No
like
way,
I think
dude.
people just look at it. Yeah,
That's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, there's an actual screamer one. But the one I'm talking about, it's not personal, but the lyrics are very specific, and I feel like it talks about really like a sensitive topic, and I feel like girls would be like, "Fuck yeah, that guy."
That's the goal.
You know?
That is the goal right there.
And then there's definitely feelings where you'd feel really sad. Like there's really sad ones that get people sad. And yeah, I remember my drummer Louis saying he did drums for the song that was super sad, and he was like, it made me feel really weird constantly listening to it. And I was like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to make you feel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But yeah, like all sorts of feelings, really. So
there you go. We're super excited. Fake It Flowers, October 2020. If we have a couple of minutes left, I do want to ask you some fan questions. We have a bunch from sent in through Twitter, if that's all right. So this one is from Kathleen. She wants to ask about the thought process behind Cara's music video. Congratulations on that, by the way. It's wonderfully done. And was it fun shooting with Bedroom, given that you guys are all friends, or was it all professional?
Oh, no. Every time I shoot with Bedroom, because obviously he's my boyfriend.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. And my friend Amir, it's never really professional because like we all have the same type of idea in mind and we all know what not to do and what to do.
Right.
And in terms of filming Care, that was supposed to be like whole band music video, but then obviously Corona happened and I was stuck in the house. And we just made his kitchen into this studio. Like we did it all by ourselves. It was challenging, but we were all like too stoned to even give a fuck. So like, we were just like, we pretty much just vibed with the whole thing. It was sick. It was one of the funnest music videos we ever filmed because it went on for a week from like 12 p.m. to like 3 a.m. in the morning. So it was. We just like went off with our type of productivity times, and it was,
I mean, considering that it does seem like just a visual explosion, and it really matches well with the content of the song and what it's supposed to make you feel. Was a lot of it just you guys going, that's gonna look cool, let's do it, or was there a lot more planning? Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, let's do this. Because we had a camera. We were like, we just need Bolex and we need the three of us and Soren's brother and we're good. And like, we were so scared, I remember, that all the footage wouldn't come out because they never filmed on a Bolex camera before. So we were like, oh my God, this is not going to come out. But it ended up coming out like perfectly.
Yeah, fantastically.
Yeah, but it was definitely like we were pretty much winging it the whole time, like, oh, let's do this, let's do like a stop motion, because we were watching movies every night. We were like, we need to do that.
That looks cool. Let's get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
there
literally.
I mean, that's exactly what you get with Care. I mean, it's a great music video, fantastic. This one is from Anne. Question from Anne, the lawyer on Twitter. What major changes has working in the music industry made to your day-to-day life, aside from having to wake up early and talking to some random radio DJ in the Philippines?
I love radio stuff though, especially when it comes from my hometown. So I
Heck
honestly don't mind these.
Nice.
But I think it's like also it's been really cool first off to just like to release something and know that so much people are like waiting for it. I think being in the music industry and being signed has given me so much opportunities for that. And you know, like I can see my face on like this billboard that I used to pass like every
Oh,
day.
so that was
to
legit. I
school.
thought that was photoshopped by but was it YouTube or Spotify?
That was for YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Yo, congratulations, dude. That's nuts.
Yes. So I was super happy. There's that, and there's also a lot of unwanted attention that I'm not used to receiving from
Right.
people. And I guess that's the bad side. Like, you know, you get people just forgetting that you're a human being and just like basically saying the meanest shit to you.
Yeah.
But you just have to get used to it. And it's like, I'm only coming into terms of like understanding that this is life and this is how people treat people who they see as like
It's
kind of
dehumanizing, dude. Yeah.
yeah, it's really fucked up. Like my boyfriend like blocked Twitter off my phone
Good.
just because he knew and made me sad. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. It will. It does.
It will. Yeah. I mean, there's no point, you know.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
taking a look at them. It's just gonna kill the cat, as Curiosity says. But then I mean, I guess that's all we have for fan questions. B, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been so much fun.
No, thank you for having me.
I have a couple of more questions. One is if you could send a message to all of your listeners and fans in the Philippines back home.
I would just like to say thank you. It's really strange that so much people out there actually know who I am and appreciate my music, but Filipinos always have a very special place in my heart because that's that's like my home. But yeah. Ooh,
Is that
sorry.
your manager? Get off the phone with Renzo, they say.
I have no idea, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you.
There you go. B, thank you so much. This has been great, folks. Again, BEABADOOBEE, her single Care is available on Play FM and coming from the debut album Fake It Flowers coming in October. Thank you so much, B. Talk to you soon, I hope.
Yeah.
There you go. Have a good one, B. Bye.
Bye.
There